Okay, let me get another one of these done. Because I'm way behind on this stuff. This is like from last week.
I've got the orb.
Probably Saturday night. Last week, Saturday night. Yep. It's already the weekend again. But, you know, I got no time during the week and so on and so forth. We've got Bar on our team here and Fun Times on the other team. I think I'm just going to post a couple of shameless wins, most likely. Absolutely standard opening.
Grab your orb.
Okay. Yeah.
Attack the Floodgate node.
I've got the orb.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to get to play this game, but I'm going to have to keep recording it while I can. Viper comes in, fails. Another Viper takes out the orb carrier.
Attack the Floodgate.
Cover that orb.
Got the orb.
We got the center, but the center just went back red again, and the flood is ticking down. I got to avoid this guy on foot. Make sure there's not another one out here. And got wiped out on the way in.
Attack the Floodgate.
Niagara Noriega. He always seems to be one step ahead of me. And let's see. Oh, not gonna get that flood node. They got an orb guarding it.
Attack
that ain't
the
gonna happen.
Floodgate node.
Clock's too far down. We're gonna lose 20 points there. Don't really want to get in the vehicle. Orb is kind of wandering around in the wrong place, but it looks like he's probably going to try to cap the flood, which is not really the thing to do, and failed to do it anyway. Orb is back at the prime. The core, I should say. I keep getting these terms mixed up. Quite difficult. I suppose if I had nothing but spare time all over the place, I'd script these things out first. That would probably be helpful. Or do things like pause the recording while I come up with some kind of witty repartee, which is a technique I know some people use. But I have a great many things to do. I have to play Elite Dangerous and run all kinds of cargo and shit, because that's what I'm doing. Oh, here comes the red orb. Here we go. Very time consuming.
Attack the Floodgate node.
Along with shopping, of course, which is, you know, very important. Yeah, it's probably Niagara Noriega again up here, blocking my entrance, blocking my travel to the flood node, which the clock isn't real low yet, but we're probably going to lose another 20 points there anyway. We're already down to 60. Let's recover that orb and see if we can get to the flood with it, because it is getting to be right about that time. I'll try this. Oh, I can't go that way because this guy's here to block me off. Yep. Niagara Noriega. Right in my way. Absolute cock blocker, as they say.
Attack the
And
Floodgate node.
let's make a desperate attempt, which we're not going to succeed in, I don't think. No.
I have the orb.
Throw away the vehicle. Lose another 20 points.
Damage. Blue core is critical. Blue core
I believe.
flying.
If I get a look at the scoreboard, we should be down to 40 now. Yes, we are. Okay. Yeah. Is there a red vehicle coming? Yeah, this thing. He's just going to sit there and be an obstruction. But he ain't going to last long in that position anyway, so let's get back to the prime and try to hold that up. Flood is ticking down again. And there goes a nuke. Alright.
Attack the
And
Floodgate
at this
node.
point you gotta make a choice, so go to the flood.
Enemy
At least try to stop us from losing that 20 points if we can. Although we're most likely gonna lose our prime here shortly. And
Attack the Floodgate
red is right there to
node.
block. Yep. Had a guy on foot and a guy on a Viper. So we're gonna lose another 20. No, maybe not. Looks like we managed to shoot it down that one time. Let me see if I can recover this thing.
Floodgate node.
Typically, when they run you over like that and leave your orb on the ground, there's a good chance they're going to leave somebody there to watch that orb and nail you again when you try to pick it up. It's usually not a good idea to try to pick up those orbs. Just let them go back to the. Just go back. Let it respawn at the prime. And probably going to get stopped right here. Unless that Viper can help me out a little bit. Nope, he's down. I have no business trying to go this way. Down to 22 hit points, and yeah, that's it for that. And Fun Times comes in with one of those magic headshots of his.
Hold still, damn it!
Yeah. And we've shot down the Flood again. Okay. So we're not quite losing yet. The nuke is up. The red orb is coming into our prime. The red orb appears to be motionless. Well, that's a good thing. No, it's moving.
I have the orb.
Not sure where it's moving to. It's probably going to the Flood. The Flood has a pretty high count on it, so we can go for the center, I think.
Attack the Floodgate node.
There's a hamster ball up on that center tower, which probably means there's somebody there camping the nuke. Or has gotten the nuke.
I've got the orb.
Flood is now ticking down. This would be a good time to get over there. The orb is headed towards the center. While the Flood ticks down. Nope, the orb has changed course. And the orb decides he's going for center. Haha. Which is the wrong move. But we'll let him have it. And he died immediately. Yeah, there's karma for you. Just desserts.
Enemy orb carrier.
Okay. Let's try to do another
I have
toe.
the orb.
Alright. Go for the center again. And
Death warrant.
yeah, we might make. No, our prime might go down. Will we make it? Oh, the red orb's on the ground. We got it. The red orb's back up, and we knocked it down. Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do.
Roadkill.
Absolutely.
Hit and run.
Didn't recover the vehicle,
Multi-kill.
and the Nemesis needs to go down too. He doesn't appear to be paying attention. That's Jugs. Yeah, Jugs 428. The name of which is familiar, but he doesn't seem to be playing real well tonight anyway. Although I know I've seen him here before. Here comes a red orb. Let's knock him over.
Denied.
And got killed. Okay, Viper self-destruct.
Own it.
Head toward the... Don't need to go to the Flood. It just went down. Let me go back and get the orb instead. And...
Attack the Floodgate node.
I have the orb.
looks like we can go for the prime unless we run into... we got a tow. Yeah, we're heading for the prime. Center might go down before we get there. Maybe. Red orb there, probably going to get knocked off the board. Sure did. See if I can recover that orb.
The enemy prime node.
But will I live to deliver it? Very doubtful. Lots of reds, no blues. Need to get out of here, most likely. Oh, but the red node is open. If I can just get there, which I ain't gonna do. That's a pretty hard approach there.
Floodgate node.
Could have went around and tried to come in the back door, but they almost always see you coming that way. They're just gonna nail you as soon as you come in.
Attack the center node.
They can see you on the mini-map. So the center goes down. There's a Dark Walker over there on the right, but he doesn't look like he's paying attention. I can probably get pet now.
Attack the
Yeah,
center
he noticed me
node.
alright. Okay. Let's go back and get the orb again. Center's still blue, but the red orb is right there. Let me see if I can tow poker there. Here we go. Get it to the center before red takes it. No, we're going for the prime. Because the red orb is motionless. Let's see if we can get him in there.
Defend the Floodgate node.
Failed to get him up on the balcony. Let's go to the core, assuming he's going to cap, which he did.
Red core.
Get off his board and put some damage on this thing. Okay. Try to avoid getting nailed.
Red core is secure.
If you put a few points on it.
Attack
What is that, like 10 points?
node.
Yeah, now we're only 50 points behind. Lovely.
Go. Your team.
Could go back and get the orb, but somebody has already got it. Let me go check on the nuke, which I doubt is up.
Defend the Floodgate node.
No, it's not. I would get a notification of it usually, but that notification is not always entirely accurate, so... And I tend to end up looking for it. We got the enemy prime again. Let me put some more damage on this thing. That walker's probably right there. Yeah, he is. He was hovering over the area. I was worried about that, but I wasn't quite sure what angle he was at.
Red core is under attack.
Oh,
Red
nuke's
core
not
is
there.
secure.
Couldn't get to it anyway if it was. Just hoping to headshot somebody trying to grab it, but that's a pretty hard shot for me to make. Alright. Back to here. Somebody else has got the orb. No vehicle here for me to take. The enemy prime is going up and down. I'll go by way of the flood here. No reds here. Red appears to be getting weak here. There's their nightshade. Let's see if we can get him out. Just about. Jugs again. Yeah, not playing well, Jugs. Okay. And lots of reds. Yeah, far too many of them. All on defense, yeah.
Attack.
And Fun Times usually. Fun Times likes to play defense on the prime. It's very likely you're going to run into him.
Defend the Floodgate node.
And he'll typically just headshot you as you come in the door. It's like he does it from the hip. The prime went down again. Let's see if we can put some more damage on this thing.
Red core is under attack.
Get the link gun out. Got a nice lucky shot on Fun Times with the flag cannon.
The orb.
Red
Got him down to 75 points, 71, 67, 65. We're closing in on him now. And the prime's back up. Walker's up there. Oh. Didn't quite manage to steal my vehicle.
Attack the Floodgate node.
Center may go
The
down.
enemy prime node.
Let's go by way of the flood and probably go over the overpass there. Just in case that nuke is there. It is. Okay. And notice there's no notification of it on the board. Even though I am configured to get a notification. Where to go with it now? There's people out here there's snipers up on them platforms that know I have this bomb. Let's see if I can get away with it. Of course not. Yeah, that's
Attack
Fun
the
Times
Floodgate
again.
node.
Yep. These guys pay attention. You can grab that bomb, and getting away with it is often not the same thing. That's a whole nother story. Oh, there's a red nightshade, I think. It just went down. There's a red Viper flying around here. There's that red orb. He is gonna cap, yeah, definitely. This would be a good time to get out of this vehicle and duck behind that pillar where that Nemesis can't quite get at me. As long as I keep an eye on him and keep the pillar between me and him, I can shoot down this node if I'm fast, and got it. Oh, they're gonna steal that vehicle from me, aren't they? Maybe not, maybe not. Okay. Here comes the red orb again, and he gets denied. Okay, good.
I've got the orb.
Oh, and somebody else suicided on it. Alright. The nuke ought to be up there, I would think. No, maybe not. Okay, well, in that case, we'll just go to the prime. Probably catch an Avil right about here. The guy's not in line for me. Well, we'll get in here and try to shoot down the enemy prime. These 50 seconds on a red flood. Meanwhile. And our orb is hovering around the flood. Maybe he'll manage to get it. Meantime, we're building up the prime. The red orb is hanging around the center, which puts him way offside, so he's not going to be a big deal. The nuke just came up and somebody just grabbed it. No, it's still there, but I have no vehicle to get to it. There's the red orb. Let's see if I can knock him down. And I failed to do that. The red orb is now going to be coming into the prime, so the enemy prime will probably get capped again. The nuke is still there. I can see the notification board. If the notification is accurate, which it is, there it is. Alright. Poker was going for it too, but I beat him to it. I'll just shoot it from here. I think I've got incoming because I'm trying to waggle all over the place with it. Yeah, that'll take down the prime.
Roger.
That's usually not a real effective move because there's usually reds around and they have enough sense to duck behind something and they'll just come back out and start building it
5
up again.
minutes remain.
Looks like there's a little bit of a fight over there for it though. The flood just went red, but it's still got a high count on it, so I'm not going to worry about that. No use going to the core because red just capped their prime again. Should probably head towards the flood because it's starting to get to be about that time for the flood. But
I have the orb.
yeah, definitely getting to be that time for the flood. No, we got the flood. Okay, so I'm being negligent, but the rest of the team is where they need to be. Yeah. It's often a temptation to play this game thinking, well, I'll do this over here and I'll just ignore that situation over there because the rest of the team will take care of that, but you can't count on that at all. You really need to, if something's important, you really need to go deal with it, you know what I mean? And if there's more than one thing important, then you just have to make a decision about what's more important and don't pick the less important one just because you're closer to it or something. You need to go deal with the shit that matters. Because the rest of the team ain't necessarily gonna do it, you know. Another thing doesn't work too well, I don't think.
Grab the redeemer.
Well, you get differences of opinion about things like this, like rushing forward and then loitering around the next node, waiting for the rest of your team to take the node behind you so that you can then attack the forward node with no enemy around you because they're all back there at the previous node. I think that's a bad idea, but some people love to do that. You know, they'll go leave the rest of the team and rush forward to like the enemy prime when the node behind it hasn't been taken yet, and just sit there and do nothing, waiting for the team to take the node behind them so they can then attack the prime while the enemy team doesn't suspect they're there. The problem with that, I think, is that it deprives the team of one guy back where the actual fighting is. And I'm not gonna stop him. No. And then when the rest of the team fails to take the node behind because they're short a guy, the guy standing up there at that forward target and can get all ticked. Sometimes they get all ticked off and they're like, "Oh, why didn't you take that node behind me so I could attack the one before?" You know.
I have the orb.
Yeah, well, pardon me. You know. Didn't mean to leave you standing there with your thumb up your ass, but oh well.
2 minutes remain.
Yeah. But it's a matter of opinion. I mean, I suspect that people that do things like that probably have some experience of doing it and getting away with it and winning a lot of matches doing it. And from their perspective, it looks like a good tactic. I mean, I say it's a bad tactic, but that's just my opinion, just based on what it looks like to me. I mean, but I don't have experience actually trying it, so what do I know? But I don't think it's a good idea. I just don't. Is that nuke up there? Yes, it is. Oh. I thought I was going to have to use it on the center, and I may have to use it on the center, actually. No, maybe not. Notice that the map still says the nuke is there, like about 15 seconds after I've grabbed it. Here comes the red orb. I am going to have to nuke the center if he caps, which he may. Yeah, he's going to cap. Maybe? Maybe not. Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, he's down. Okay, let me see if I can get this nuke to the core. Yeah, because we got the prime. I might be able to nuke the core. That would be helpful.
Is secure.
Nope. No, prime went down. Okay. And lost the vehicle. And
Attack the
got
enemy
headshotted on the way. Well, shock rifled out on the way out.
I've got the ore.
Only good thing there was that I didn't give the nuke away. I managed to get it put away before I died. Okay.
Heavy fire.
10.
Center's going down.
Attack the floodgate.
Flood's going down.
6.
Flood's down.
5. 4. 3.
Center's going down. Let me see if I can put some fire on the
Overtime.
enemy prime. Before we. Oh, okay. The center looks like it's secure for the moment. Maybe. I'll probably get Canaveral now. Yeah, I got over out anyway.
Attack.
Ducked out of it before the arrow hit me and got. I believe that got hit and run. Okay. Just need to get the enemy prime back. We're still behind, amazingly, but been playing much better. Yeah, I think the other team is held down a little bit by a couple of their players. That's typically the way it works out. Either one team has one or two weak players, or one team or another has one or two really strong players. That kind of tends to make the difference. Okay.
Attack the floodgate node.
I gotta check the nuke again.
I have the ore.
I kind of feel like I have to, just because the map is, like, it's not real accurate. Okay, well, let's see if we can shoot this down. Flood is red also, and got comboed. Yeah, Flood is red. 40 seconds.
Attack.
Orb going to decap it, and he makes it. I really don't like this vehicle, but let me rush forward with it. No, let me back up with it. Try to cover the center again, and now I'm disoriented. I'm about to drive backward over the edge of the cliff because I think I'm inside that arch when I'm obviously not. Totally failed to bring the orb down. Yeah, and I'm looking right at the arch, and I think I'm in it, so I'm backing up and going right. Yeah,
Attack the floodgate.
that's senility for you. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to capture that vehicle. There'll be a lock on that one till next Thursday. Let me go back to. Yeah, I'm going to hang it. I'm going to stay here at the center. Oh God, why did you lay that here? Okay, let's go back to grab the prime, the orb,
Attack the enemy prime
and
node.
grab that Averill and the sniper rifle, and we'll go for the enemy prime. No, we'll go by way of the flood just in case we end up hanging there. Is that a? Yeah, that's a nightshade, and got killed. 23 seconds left on that flood. We probably won't get it. Here comes a red orb to cap it. Oh, meanwhile, the core has been getting nailed, and I'm going to totally fail to have any part in that because this hamster ball jammed up in the jello there. Okay. Not a bad match altogether. And let me go on to the next one here. What's the next one? Downtown? I think it's downtown.
Play. Grab
Yep,
the
there it
orb.
is. Okay. Well, I guess I could talk about
Attack the tank
the
node.
I have the ore.
this video I watched the other day. We had a YouTuber who reviewed this game actually, and he totally pissed all over it. I hated him. He's a terrible person. Let's see if I can get a look at that. Oh wait, before I do that, I have to load up on liberal propaganda because maybe not. Let's see here. Before I get into all that, let me see how my liberal federal aid is doing. Yeah, I do need to pick up another bunch of that. Okay, let me get that over with.
Attack the tank node.
And get back to YouTube here, which is the center of the universe. Oh, what's on YouTube today? 20 answers for black people. Lovely. Noam Chomsky full-length interview. Yep. God knows, review of the new Independence Day movie. That's about the most pointless remake of it.
Attack the tank.
It's a
node.
sequel, it's not a remake. It's about the most pointless sequel I've ever heard of in my life. That was one of about millions and completely forgettable movies, I thought.
I've got the ore.
I'm gonna have to find this from history, I think, because I didn't make a link to it. Where did it go?
Grab new ore. Red core.
Everything wrong with Alien, the fastest gunman on the planet. Unreal Tournament 3 Unreal Tournament 3 PC game review by GG.
Red ore is secure.
Stop it. Don't do that.
Attack the enemy.
GGG Man Lives, who's got a little what's that guy's name? Blazkowicz? His icon is BJ Blazkowicz. From the original Dim. That's nice.
I'm on your team.
And what horrible things did he say?
Attack
He said
the
all kinds of
enemy
horrible
prime
things.
node.
If I can recall, because I'm not going to sit here and play it all over again. He said several things about it, which I didn't agree with. So I disagreed with him on several points. For example, he said, "Oh, the bots are terrible," and
I've got the ore.
that's something I remember him saying. The bots are terrible in this game.
Attack the
Yeah.
center node.
Okay. Well, yeah. Given that, yeah, the bots were terrible. Yeah. My counter to that would be that, well, you know what? The bots are terrible in all
Attack the
games,
center
mister.
node.
You know, what are bots? They're AI players, right? Okay, what is AI? AI is a very poorly developed technology at the best. The very best AI in the world runs on multi-million-dollar hardware and occupies the time of the most ingenious and highly paid computer science professionals on the planet, and they can't do jack shit with it because they don't know what the fuck they're doing as of yet. I mean, it may be 100 years before somebody comes up with some really impressive AI. Although that Watson machine is pretty impressive, but you know, this video game, like all video games, you know, the AI and the bots, how are they implementing
Grab the
that?
shape
Okay.
charge.
What is it, like maybe 100 lines, 500 lines of high-level script code? You know, running on the game engine interpreter. Seriously, and you think you're going to get something approaching, you know, realistic player behavior? I don't think so. You know, you can get some godlike accurate gunmanship going on, because that's easy. And there's guys on you can find like 16-year-old guys that build auto turrets in their backyards running off a laptop that'll fucking nail your ass if they ever did anything so reckless as to hook up an actual gun to it. I mean, there's countries all over the world, maybe not ours for God knows what reason, that have made all kinds of military applications for auto turrets, completely autonomous, that will fucking kill any motherfucking thing that comes near. But all they're doing is aiming. You know? You want to get some kind of bot to come through here and navigate a map and make strategic decisions on the fly about which way to go and shit. Oh, dream on, man. That's not happening. It's just not happening. And yeah, I just didn't think it was fair to criticize this game on the basis of that, because, you know, I haven't played every video game in the world. I haven't played more video games than most people. I haven't really played all that many video games. I tend to obsess over a few, but I've never seen a video game that had impressive bot AI. It just doesn't exist as far as I know. Some are better than others. Frankly, I think the AI in this game is better than most. That's what that Stephen Polgy guy's there for. He came up with the Reaper bot a long time ago. I think it was in Quake. It was a fan mod. The Reaper bot. It was the best bot in Quake. The bots it used to map them. It used to create its own map of the level. Well, they got rid of that when they hired him over at Epic. He came up with the bots they use now, and those use static pre-planned nodes that you have to map in when you create the map, which makes perfect sense. There's absolutely no point in taking up CPU cycles, forcing the bot to learn the map every time the map is run.
I have the orb.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't fault him at all for the bots that he put together. They work really well. You just have to understand what the limitations are going to be. You're never going to have bots that really act like human players. It's just not going to happen. The bots are for practice. That's really all they're for. On the whole, I think this guy's review was largely predicated on the assumption that the way to play this game was with bot matches. I mean, that was the impression I was getting, was that everything he was talking about was like, oh, well, you can, the bot matches suck, and it's really hard to set up the bot matches, and I don't have all the game types I want to play, even though well, that's another thing. But yeah, he seemed to have a lot of emphasis on bot play, and he thought the single player sucked, which it did, absolutely. The single player is all against bots, and this is not a game for playing against bots. This is a game for playing against human beings. It's absolutely pointless to play this game if all you're going to do is play it against bots. No, this is it. And the tragedy is that there aren't that many people that ever played it. But if you're gonna play it, the way to do it is against human beings. That's the only way.
Attack the tank node.
That's what this game is about. That's the point of playing. And oh well. Let me ramble a little. Let me ramble around at random a little further on this subject. Yeah. What else did I disagree with him vehemently and poisonously about? Well. Yeah, the single-player campaign, well, yeah, I'll give you that too, but like I said, the single-player, who gives a fuck about the single-player? That's not the point of this game. The point of this game is online against other human beings. Single-player is practice, that's all it is. Oh, what else did I disagree with him about? He didn't like the fact that they got rid of Bombing Run and a bunch of other game types. Which, yeah, I kind of missed Bombing Run myself when I started playing this game. I used to like Bombing Run, but as I pointed out to him on his video there, when I used to play Bombing Run, I only ever got to play it against bots because although they had server space for it quite often, there was never any human beings on it. I mean, I used to regret that. I felt like, well, it would sure be nice if I could get some human players that could play Bombing Run against it, but it just never caught on, They all wanted to play Deathmatch. They all wanted to play Onslaught. They all wanted to play Capture the Flag, which was hugely popular, And guess what? These are the kind of game types that Epic hung on to. They hung on to the game types that people actually played online, because the game is about playing human beings online. Now, I assume that if 3 here had took off the way they've been hoping it would have, they probably would have added game types to it later on, but it never did. It just didn't. But I don't think that has anything to do with it being a bad game. I honestly think this is probably the best game of the series. Why? Well, it did what it accomplished to do. I think it intended to be a return to it intended to return the gameplay feel of the game back to what it was with UT99, but with updated graphics, and I think it accomplished that very well. And it added a few things. To that. That's what I think they were trying to do, and I think they succeeded very well. This game. The UT 2004 had a lot of criticism at the time because I think the term that went around a lot was floaty. They said that the player movement was floaty. And if you go back after playing this game for a while and go back to UT 2004, you'll notice that. it's like you're jumping around in a bowl of Jello. You know, it's just very. It's amazing the difference. I mean, this game is much more of a twitch shooter than that one is. Once you get into it, yeah, they drop some weapons, but I think it comes down to refining the balance. I think they did a great job of refining the balance. Every weapon in this game, every vehicle in this game has a counter.
Grab the shape charge.
Every tactic or every move you can make in this game, there's a counter to it. There's tactics you can come up with that weren't even anticipated by the developers. I don't think they anticipated anybody flinging the orb carrier, for example. That was something the players that played this stuff actually came up with years after they started playing this stuff. I think it was probably Bar. I think probably Bar is one of those that came up with that. I remember them discussing that and then practicing it, perfecting it, and it's a really impressive move at this point. You know, if you can do it. I can sort of do it. I'm not real good at it. I can do it better than I can wall dodge, that's for sure. Oh well. Oh, what else did I want to rant about on this subject? God, I know there was more.
I've got the orb.
What didn't he like? He didn't like, they got rid of the game types. Right, he didn't like Warfare. He thought it wasn't as good as Onslaught. He thought the orb caused stalemates, you know, and I just said, no, bullshit. No way. I've been playing this bullshit for years. I know damn well the orb doesn't cause stalemates. It's completely the opposite. I played Unreal Tournament 2004 for a long time before I started playing this, and those Onslaught games used to get stalemated all the time. And it was incredibly boring. Yeah, the orb does away with that for sure. The orb resolves all kinds of shit. And another thing I didn't like with the orb was, well, you know, I can go attack the core, and then somebody goes and caps the node behind me, and the core gets shielded, and I can't attack the core anymore. And what I said about that was, well, yeah, you know, but that's all that means. You know, all that means is that you're supposed to pay attention to the map. You know, if you want to attack the core, you gotta put some thought into how to hold on to the prime so that you can hit the core. If you lose the prime, you're not going to be able to hit the core. Therefore, you'd want to have somebody at the prime to hold it in case the enemy orb shows up, so you can stop him. Which is exactly the way this game is played. You know, you don't just have everybody just run forward and attack. Although there are people that play it that way. But if they do, then the other team, if they have any idea what they're doing, they're just going to run their orb to the node behind you and cut you off. They'll do that at every node. If you're holding the center, and they want to knock you out of there, they'll take out the center and start building it. Meanwhile, run the orb to the prime, where none of your team is because they're not anticipating that move. That's the way the game is played, you know. And it all comes down to paying attention to the map. You know, to complain about that, no, it makes no sense whatsoever. It might make sense if you're playing the game against bots. Again, I don't know that he said this, but I had the distinct impression he was complaining because he couldn't get the bots to cooperate with him. You know, in Warfare, which is completely understandable. Like I said, you know, it's script AI. You're never going to get that level of cooperation from the bots. You can give the bots orders, although it's a huge pain in the ass. But to expect the bots to actively defend the node behind you so you can go attack the core, it ain't happening. That's never gonna happen. I mean, they just don't have that level of judgment. They can't do it. I'm gonna lose this vehicle. What I told him was, if you want to play warfare against bots, the thing to do is you hang back and defend the critical node and order the bots to attack. It's relatively easy to order the bots to attack. It's basically you just hit the key to bring up the order menu and then slam the number 1 key 3 or 4 times, and boom, you've told all the bots to attack. You do that. You hold the key node. Tell them to attack. They'll go forward. They'll attack the next node. And if your other team is nothing but bots, guess what? You're gonna win, because the other team doesn't have a smart human like you there holding the critical node. And if you're any good at killing bots, you'll succeed at holding that node. Meanwhile, your bots will go forward and take the next node for you, because all the enemy bots are trying to attack you. Yeah, you can beat any bot team that way pretty much. Even the really good ones. Well, maybe not the godlike ones, because they do have ridiculous marksmanship, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, and I told him, look, I could probably rant about that bullshit all day long, but he seemed like a nice guy. I'm sure he's played a million games. I know all these people have.
Grab the shape charge.
And I told him, well, yeah, he's totally entitled to like whatever he wants. But obviously, I've been making videos of this stupid game for years, and obviously, a video like that is gonna completely troll me away into saying all kinds of ridiculous things about to the contrary. It's inevitable. It's just what I'm going to do.
Red core is under attack.
Even though I'm going to halfway mumble and stumble my way through. Well, let me see if I can do another one next week. Have a good day.